Hello, crypto. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you're doing well. Another exciting week in crypto land. So much going on. What the hell is happening out there? Still not quite getting the pump in the markets that we're all hoping for. Ethereum has pulled back a little bit this week, kind of reclaimed 2,900. It's not looking too strong for bouncing back up much more, but what do I know? What do I know? Okay, so tonight we're going to have Dukes coming on to have a look at some of the new features on the TitanX Utils chat, and we're going to dig into some of the things going on around the ecosystem at the minute. But yeah, I put up the little title on tonight's stream that people actually think TitanX has 100K market cap. Someone actually, because I was shilling TitanX in their Twitter feed, they actually thought that was an insult to me. Sure, TitanX has 100K market cap. So insane to think that people actually believe that. But, DAX Screener does show something like that. And I'm sure we'll see it as we go through the stream tonight. It does show something like 100K market cap for TitanX. People see that and they take it as gospel. I'm not actually sure why on earth it says that. Maybe somebody in the chat tonight can tell me why. But yeah, we'll have a look at that as we go through the stuff tonight. So what have we got here quick? Kate, bro, how's it going? Stray, are you bullish? Always bullish, or as bullish as can be. Blaze to the moon. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Exactly. That's going on. Ollie. Pump my X28 bags. TitanX. 10 mil market cap last I checked. LOL. All right, Rich, how's it going, brother?
It's going just fine. Can't do nothing about it, so we ride it waves.
Holiday time in the US, Thanksgiving this week. You taking it easy, or what you are up to?
Yep, absolutely. Got lots of family rolling in tomorrow. I'm actually already at my location and I got here early, so I'm chilling. Getting over a cold. I was a little under the weather, but I'm doing good. Otherwise, I'm upbeat. I'm positive about where things are. The market's ugly, but
do people drink? Do people take drinking Thanksgiving as a big drinking day, or not really?
Not this side of my family. I'm in the holy roly side.
Yeah, what's your take on that?
More chill.
More chill. Good. What's your take on the market at the minute? Yeah, we're just riding the waves, as you said there. Yeah, what's your take at the minute? Just keep working.
I'm just thinking, it's hard for the bags that you had existing, but it's awesome for any new capital that you're able to deploy, because I have no way signed this market off, or I have no way signed TitanX off. I just feel like we're going to wish we had these days back one day. So try to make the most of that. You gotta spin it positive. I mean, what else can we do?
Yeah, I mean, even last year, whenever we did have the run up in TitanX and the ecosystem, there can be little bull runs and little little things that are very positive going on in shit times. And we've got, I think, the ecosystem has been quite quiet of late, but there's a lot going on at the minute that show a lot of positive signs. So, but yeah, let's have a quick look at. In fact, Jukes, we'll bring Jukes up. Jukes, how's it going?
What's going on? It's good to be back. How you
doing? Yeah, all good. What have you been up to this week?
Oh, it's been a busy week. Yeah, it's been a very busy week with work. So just been focusing on building everything for diamonds. We're trying to work on some stuff for Orin as well. So yeah, it's been a productive week. Is my internet okay? It looks a bit laggy on my end.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Seems to be fine. What is it? What do you know what the market cap of TitanX is? The actual market cap?
Wasn't it like around 20 to 30 million last time I checked? Or was that completely off? I don't know.
All right, let's have Rich. What's your guess?
Dan, I'm
No,
not
it's
going
off.
there.
It's off. It's off. It's
I'm
off.
not going there. Let's see.
Well, I think Oryx was even with it on market cap at one point, I believe, very briefly, and then it went down. So maybe around something like
There you go. Can you see that? Can you? My
that's crazy. 10 million.
10 mil market cap. I mean, did it break 100 mil? Did it break 100 mil? I think there was a race at one stage between DragonX and TitanX to get to 100 mil. And what's the yeah. So Oren is obviously off to an absolute flyer. 77 mil market cap. What the fuck?
It broke 100. Orin did break 100.
Yeah, TitanX 10 mil, DragonX 5 mil. Okay, so I don't know what's scale doing here. 5 mil market cap. All right, there's no price. Okay. Or Boris. Okay, so just to clarify, TitanX does not have a 100k market cap. Let's actually take a quick look at what it says on.
You can see a deck screener is just giving you the wrong information, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's been broken for quite some time, I think.
TitanX.
Yeah, it has, and no one's concerned about fixing it. I don't even pay attention to it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, is that an issue? Do people look at that? Because as I say, I got insulted last week, or so-called, yeah, supposedly insulted because TitanX market cap was only 106k. I mean, if it was, it would be pretty fucking grim to have the center of an ecosystem at 100k market cap.
Right.
20,000
40 projects built on it.
But you know, this person's actually a fucking streamer with thousands and thousands of followers, like thousands, like fucking close to 10k followers.
There's no way.
And they just look at this figure and think, yeah, fuck that, TitanX, you plebs playing around in an ecosystem with 100k market cap. But I wonder, where do you think, Jakes, maybe you would know, where on earth does DexTrainer pull this incorrect data from?
It's a good question. I actually don't know. I haven't looked into it, and I was going to ask the same question. I don't know how it goes from being correct to incorrect, because it was fine. That's incorrect. That's something I can investigate, because all I know is apparently it has to be Jake who corrects the issue with them. I've seen people say they've reached out to DexScreener to fix the issue, and there's something about it needing to be Jake to fix the issue. So I guess it's interesting.
DexScreener is pretty lame, actually. When you launch a project, they just put tags on it, different flags, and it's up to you over time for those flags to be removed one by one. And they don't do the due diligence to seek into to get those removed. They don't help you, basically. They charge you a fee to launch your token on their page, and that's it. They basically don't do much else for you.
Yeah,
they need some competition.
It is kind of funny too that you can come along and they just upload all new data. As long as you pay the fee, $300 or something, you can fucking take over somebody's DexScreener details. Fucking insane. But this is, I suppose, this is all part of crypto.
Yeah, they need some healthy competition.
Yeah. Okay. What is the story at the minute in this X28 peg? We have been talking about it, and I put it. In fact, I wonder, should I pull up this post from yesterday? It just kind of shows. I'll go and have a look at the Blaze page. X28 creeping towards parity. I posted this yesterday because it's like nobody's paying attention. Nobody kind of cares. Nobody else is buying. But yeah, exactly, Sri. It's exactly the X28 soft peg.
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
That is definitely the name of it.
I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love flying under the radar. It is no pressure. You get to kind of think things out, thoroughly. You're not you're not having to answer a lot of questions. I love it. This is the best place I could ask to be right now.
Yeah, that is a great point. I've been out because I've experienced being in the middle of the fucking real hype and streaming shit going wrong, people fucking screaming at you all over the place, pulling your hair out, trying to fix this, trying to fix that, trying to please this person. We're kind of over here just working our asses off. Nobody's really caring. Nobody's paying attention. We're not getting any pressure. We're just doing our fucking thing over here. And yeah, I mean, posted this yesterday. The ratios got up yesterday was at 9.624. We've got to get up to that 1-to-1 parity with TitanX. Now it's a little bit closer again today, but I posted this because it just shows you. I mean, this was over like a 5-hour period, and just buying about $100 worth, $106 worth, TitanX 2x28 every 30 minutes. And just DCAing away, bang, 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 bang. It's just crazy to me that there's no other transactions on this chart. Nobody else buying, nobody coming in selling, literally just sitting there chipping away, trying to get to where we're trying to get to. And slowly but surely, the soft peg is happening. That's it. That's definitely what it's called now.
Yeah. I think it seems to me that a lot of people don't actually hold liquid X28. And that's why the transactions are pretty much one-sided here. Because a lot of people entered X28 obviously to enter Shogun, like in the beginning, right? So, and I think people arbed the differences, but I feel like a lot of these people have exited. And that's why X28 depegs so heavily. But yeah, we're just seeing very limited resistance on the way up, which is really cool. Like it's nearly 1-to-1 now. It's 0.9786.
Yeah, and I mean that is the thing. It's the lack of resistance on the way up. Now we did have a few sales today. Rich has been keeping track of liquidity wall, just where the liquidity's been sitting. We've just been watching it tick through each block of liquidity as we've had the diamonds buy and burn functioning, just ticking through the each sort of sale wall and slowly creeping up and up and up. Now, like I say, we did have 5.5K buy volume. That's pretty much all the diamonds protocol, but we had 2.2K of sale volume today. Did have one person exiting some diamonds, selling some diamonds, which brought it down a little bit, and then a couple of sales, big sales, $700 there earlier on today. But it's kind of strange and crazy that you can look at a chart like this, something with $1 billion market cap, and you're picking out transactions like this. It just shows how little activity there is in this chart at the minute, except for the buy and burn function. What looking at this, Rich? Does this? I know we're happy to get to peg and all that, but what's your thoughts on the fact that there is nobody buying or selling X28 at the minute?
I think it's just like Juke said. They actually, to be honest about it, we had several people had a lot of quantity, and they set up a sell wall, which was fine because it kept us buying at a discount. We was able to buy more with the TitanX we had, but we've just about worked through most of that. There's maybe a few players left.
Do you want to explain that? Just anybody that's watching that doesn't understand it. Do you want to explain what that means, Rich?
If you've got a balance of X28 and you want to sell it, but you don't necessarily want to dump and get a slippage, you can set a one-sided exit. And as we're buying the X28, we're buying from that pool of X28 that they have. And so we've had lots of people get in line to stack theirs for sale, and we've exited their positions and they've gone their way. And I love that actually, because now we have less people holding X28. And that's not the main play. Anyway, all we were trying to do is get to a point where we can benefit the ecosystem in the best way. And obviously getting X28 close to peg was the core concept so that we can start contributing to burning TitanX. Once we do that, we feel like we're contributing to the community. I don't know. We've been in this community for 2 years. Our main goal is to remove Titan Ever since TitanX launch, it was inflationary. Then it became deflationary, and then it slowed down. The amount of protocols that were burned in TitanX slowed down to almost a crawl. And so we're just trying to revive this X28 project, which was an amazing idea, burning 50% TitanX through the conversion. So we looked at that as a very bullish way, or actually a very aggressive way to remove TitanX supply. So all we really would need is for diamonds to have, outsized participation once we're pegged, and then we're burning a shit ton of TitanX.
Burn leaderboard. Okay, so what happened? All this buying of X28 that we've been doing, the protocol's been doing, is obviously to get to peg. Once it gets to peg, instead of buying X28, we're going to start using the X28 protocol to convert the Titan X to X28, and in that there is a burn, and that should start to get us with some records of Titan X burn. Yeah.
We're actually not going to get credit on this leaderboard. So I've actually was working with my dev this morning, in fact, and he's got the updates on the Dune analytics already. So the moment we start converting X28, we will be tracking how much Titan X we send through the converter, and we will track 50% of that is Titan X burned from diamonds, and then the other 50% is going to burn X28. So we'll be tracking those three on our Dune analytics so that we can know what was our contribution to this, because it won't be seen here.
I wonder why. I wonder, is there a setting that whoever on earth runs this TitanX website, if it's ever going to get any more upgrades, could that be included in here? Would it be an easy metric to add in?
I would be more comfortable just to put our performance on the field and let it speak for itself, and then later they could choose to adopt it. In other words, put up or shut up. Let us perform first and then make it justifiable.
Yeah, good point. Okay, 9786. Oh, it's just so slow at the minute. It's just so slow to get that last bit. Although in saying that, when you look at that as a daily candle, the last 3 days have been bigger than the rest.
It will catch attention as well. It definitely will catch attention. Like, people have tweeted, people have been tweeting. So
yeah.
So I would like to say, I just want to point out, when people take a look at diamonds right now, they might say, "Oh, this project looks just like all the rest. It's the chart went up, it's down, nobody's minting." Well, that's actually not the case. Behind the scenes, there's a lot going on. The reason we're not continuously pumping the chart right now is because look at that current ROIs. It's well over the circuit breaker ROI. If we was to keep that hot right now, and well, I'm just saying it's not the best use of funds at the moment. That's to put it clearly. So while we're working on getting all the other pieces in place, and the first of those was getting X28 to peg, that way new miners that come in will start burning TitanX. We feel it's more important to get that peg first so that we can start contributing to the burn of TitanX. Once we do that, we're seeing multiple benefits coming from this activity of mining diamonds. So once we get there, the next thing we're going to see is the circulating supply of blaze is going to be shrinking. I posted something just a while ago in the Telegram that we've got 270,000 blaze has come into mining, and then we're only 15 days in this project. So there's not a lot of being talked about, but that's significant, considering there was only 800 and something thousand circulating when we started. So it won't be too many more weeks when that circulating supply has dwindled down to next to nothing, and then people will start competing for it in the Blaze auctions. And then that's the next of the core concepts. People start competing for Blaze, the Ethereum payouts grow, and that starts to pay the NFT holders of diamonds. A lot of people came in and invested in that. Well, we want to bring that value to them. In order for us to do that is to get as much blaze as we can staked so that we're getting payouts in the 88 and 288 day payout pools. And then we pass in that Ethereum along to them. So there's a sequence of events that needs to take place for this project to mature and get where it needs to be. But we've got the buy power, buying pressure. Let's see. I can't figure out how to say it. We've got the X28 storing up, so we'll have the buy pressure to put on the diamonds.
Okay, yeah, the Blaze staked figure. I mean, like you say, we're only on day 15, and we've added 10% of this already. This Blaze stake was 70%, whenever we were starting this, and it's up 10%. Where are we at? The percentage of the Blaze staken. What's going on there? Why does that look different? It's just my layout here.
I think you got it zoomed in, maybe.
Yeah, 13.7% of the staking pool is now owned by the Diamonds Protocol. Again, that's up about 2% since last week. So again, just ticking everything that we're planning to do here is ticking along quite nicely. What's Utah getting the shell in? May want to start some diamond miners while it's quiet. Absolutely, funds get used extremely well in this protocol. So the firepower that Rich is talking about, add LP. So this obviously 60% of the ETH that comes in goes into this pool. So this had depleted. This is we've got another 5K built up in ETH in the last few days. And there's that part of the store of X28. This was continually buying. You gotta.
Yeah.
What's this on?
Wait, scroll.
This is on once a day, is it? This is only purchasing once a day.
That's correct. I was going to say, just let's start with the historical, the stat right above that. Yeah, see, it says total ETH received, 9 ETH so far. We took in 23 ETH from NFT sales. So I'm watching this stat because when I see this overcome the amount of ETH we received from NFTs, I know that we're making good progress at that point. So when we're not halfway yet, but we're getting closer. So this is 26,000 worth of ETH we've taken in. We went through the first 20, moved it over to X28, and now we got a new $5,000 worth of ETH that came in the past little over a week, I guess. So yeah, it's once per day. I cut that back so that we can let it build up there.
Yeah, storing up the ETH, trying to store up some ETH again. But you'll probably activate that again, will you? While the ratio is still good.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to give people confidence that people have not stopped mining, and that's one way to show them that is when that refills. It's evident that people are new miners have come in.
He's straight up asking, 1 ETH was my contribution. Let me ROI. I don't know how fast you want to ROI, Shrey. What's a fair timeline to ROI, get your money back, and then start playing with some gains? Okay, so yeah, the 22K there, and then so that's the 22K there to buy and add to the LP, and we'll take a quick look at the buy and burn. So
let me I can comment on Stray's. So what I'm watching as the protocol participant or founder is that when I see people the demand on Blaze rising, where people accumulating the Blaze, then I'm motivated to turn on the jets here. When I see people are not buying the Blaze, then I don't get an inclination that they're going to compound and come back in. So I'm not in a hurry to let them use the system and leave.
Okay, so 10K of ETH, 13K already swapped to TitanX, and this is just going to continually nibble away at that TitanX X28 ratio. You'll see here it's ticking down in another 6 minutes. $106 buy will go in. I wonder will that get us up to the 0.98 ratio?
Should we watch it live on stream and watch the uptick?
Yeah, 6. I wonder what the uptick will be. Okay. What about the burn or the transform? How will we know it's activated, works, whatever? Rich, what are we looking for?
You won't
Somebody
see the buy on the chart after you call the button.
If it goes, let me see. Next swap. So this is completely off at the minute. But will if it gets to peg, will you activate this so we can do? Oh no, shit! It's here, isn't it? Sorry, I'm being stupid. So if this ticks it to 9.8, the next one will transform, will it?
Yeah, so it won't happen on this next one. It's going to be a few more, but this next one may take it to 0.979 or something like that. Really, really close.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But here's what you'll know though: when this button gets called and you don't see the reflection on the chart, the deck screeners show up. You know it's converted at that point.
Okay.
So someone needs to be streaming that exact moment.
So that's why I added to the Dune charts today so that I can watch the first ones arrive in there. So just keep refreshing the Dune charts. Maybe Ali, you can post the Dune chart link in the.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can do that.
You can, yeah. It was in our Telegram today, wasn't it?
Yeah, recently. Maybe from last night. Anyway, what I'm looking for is that we will have $1 trillion from the funds that are currently in the program right now. We will have 1 trillion X28 balance, but across these two pools, and that's going to be sort of a milestone. Once I get there, I'm going to want to see the TitanX build up, and I'm going to pinch back the TitanX and not let it convert to X28, and just let it start refilling the TitanX. But I won't be sitting in ETH for sure, because the best ratio we can get on TitanX is now. It may even get better if TitanX drops some more. But yeah, I don't want to be sitting in ETH.
Where is that new stat?
Yeah, it's towards the bottom. Right there's a new addition right there. Hold on. Scroll up a little bit. I wanted to point this out real quick. Right in the middle. See the bar that's going across says total diamonds brought to market. A little bit higher. The middle.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah. So this is a new stat. Basically, what this includes is the initial. This is going to show you how many diamonds have been brought to market, period, no matter what brought it there. So the day we formed the LP was 1,000 diamonds. That's in this balance. The rest was forfeits. After forfeit, the amount that was actually minted. So a little bit further down, the chart shows the forfeit amount and how much was minted, but it didn't include the 1,000 from the LP formation. Right there, that one. You can scroll over the red bar, the red line. Scroll to the right side of the screen where the red line is going up. Yeah, you see how? Okay, it says total minted 14.
Speak, man, speak.
Right there. See, it says total in the blue dot at the bottom. It says total minted 1868.
Yeah.
The total forfeit is 24,436. That tells you on the last day, and that 1868 goes with that other 1,000 to make the 2868. So that's the total amount of diamonds that was brought to market to date.
So yeah, I mean, the intention of the early forfeiting, even with the participation where it is at the minute, with a couple of grand of ETH in the auction pool that ended today. that's been working for people to early end and go into the auction with some diamonds. But even today, there day 15 we were on, there was 24K forfeited, and yeah, the difference in those two stats is fucking insane already. Only 1800 brought to market, but 24 forfeited from early claims for whatever reason, sell on market, recompound back into the system, go into the auction, or even a few people have thrown into the staking pools already. So I do love the way we're constantly getting more and more data built out for what's going on. And we'll lead with that note. We'll lead into look again. I'll commend you, Rich, on the amount of work you're putting in terms of
Wait,
building
one
out.
last thing.
Yeah. Go.
Scroll to the bottom.
Hmm?
A little bit further than we were. A little more. Further still. Yeah, right there. These, I scrolled up a little bit. Just those three boxes across.
You're a little bit behind.
Yeah. I have not looked at these close. I was running some errands, but this is the new addition here. This is intended to say once we start converting these, you could read the titles there. Total added to buy and burn. Total TitanX transform. I'm actually going to move the middle box to the left so it reads more like a flowing pattern. And total TitanX burn. So this is where we're going to track how much TitanX we burn. And one of these is going to say X28. Like it says 0 TitanX, but it should say how much X28 we're burning. Or how much TitanX is being sent to the X28 buy and burn.
Love it.
I can't wait for that transform to take over.
Yeah, once we get that working, we'll talk some more about it. But it's not very clear right now.
I was going to say, so if anybody wants to market buy some X28, the protocol will try to protect your entry point at parity. So feel free to help us nudge it over the line here. Let's see.
Diamonds is making X28 great again.
Okay, yeah, look, we missed the tick over there. That was fucking 8 minutes past already. So we missed the tick over. It didn't quite look. Rich, how close do you want to get to that 9.8? 9.790?
That's what I just said. It was going to probably get to 979.
9.790.
So you can count right now. It's going to take 3 more to get there.
3 more. Okay, let's have a look at. Okay, so I'll just quickly point out the Diamonds DAP. Obviously, there's a lot of data on here. In the stats, you can go into the analytics section, look in here in the analytics, and it'll bring up. Let's run a little slow here. Anyway, in the analytics section here in the DAP, it will give you a compressed version of everything that's in here. Everything that's in here. And so you've got the data on the DAP. You've got all this June data. And then TitanX Utils. Rich, you've been working closely with Jukes, pulling together some different features on TitanX Utils. Maybe Jukes, do you want to share your screen to go through some of this, or you want me to just?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can share my stuff.
Yeah, you can show us what you do.
Just FYI, I'm catching up like everyone else. I've been drinking through a fire hose this past week, so I'm a little bit behind on catching up what Jukes has been doing as well.
Drinking through a fire hose? What the fuck does that mean?
It means it's coming hot and heavy. You can't. Yeah, it's more than you can take in.
All right, okay. Never heard that one before. Oh, shit, that's mine. Where's yours? Okay, 1 second, sorry. There you go.
Cool. Okay, so I'll bring up. So there's probably been quite a bit updated since we last spoke. Yeah, I think there's been quite a bit updated. So I'll try and walk through it as quickly.
The last day we spoke.
I'll try and get through it.
there wasn't any features really added. The simulator, the mining simulator, was only created, but it wasn't actually. I don't think I actually fully went through it. So
Yeah, I don't think it was fully functional, and I made so many updates since then. I kind of just like reworked the entire thing. So there's a lot to go over actually. But yeah, I think first we should show some of the analytics stuff. So if you head over to the analytics tab here and click on protocol analytics like this, then you get this kind of page, and you see there's a bunch of different protocols, stuff we haven't implemented. I think we've implemented some stuff for Blaze now, by the way. But we have this diamonds tab here, and on the diamonds you can see what we've got coming.
can you just scroll in a little bit so it's a little bit easier to see?
Scroll in more.
Yeah, just scroll into the page a bit, yeah, so we can see. Can't really read the writing fully of each bit. Yeah, that's enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how this will look at this side. But okay, so basically under mining, so right now there's the mining and auction tabs that are available. Staking tab will be coming, I believe, next week. And then NFT tab will be coming following that. Yeah, so you basically have like it's somewhat similar to the Dune analytics that is up currently, but there's a bit more detail, particularly in being able to dive into particular wallets and actually see what particular wallets are doing. So you can come in here, you can see the total diamonds currently in mining that's yet to mature, the total amount of diamonds that have been claimed, total amount of miners, the total amount of diamonds that have been, oh, that's claimable, sorry, yeah, that's claimable. So that's if everyone was to claim the miners now, that's how much they would get.
Oh, see, I haven't seen, I've been playing around the protocol myself. Some of this stuff I've been kind of going, right, I wonder how much is claimable. I wonder what the total is. So this is the first time I've seen this data as well. Fucking love it, man. Love it.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, so you can actually see how much is like claimable right now. So this will update every day, obviously, because you get 1% each day. Total amount forfeited, total that has been claimed so far from 32 miners, the amount of ETH that's been deployed, the amount of blades that's been deployed. So you get kind of this global stats. And then we do have a graph as well. So on this graph, you basically have three different tabs up the top. So the maturity tab just basically shows you like when on each day how much diamonds are coming out. So on February the 20th, that'll be the biggest inflation spike for diamonds. As you can see, 97,000 diamonds will be coming out then, which is pretty cool. And then you can kind of see along here. So obviously most people went in to mine, but obviously like this is actually day 2, sorry. Yeah, day 2 of the protocol they mined. So that brings us to February the 20th. And then the day 1 guys are on February 19th. So if you guys want to keep an eye out for important days, then basically February is a very important month for diamonds. So you can see the claims. You can also see, so you can see the maturity. You can see the claims as well. So this will give you, it's a very similar view to what you're looking at the Dune analytics. You can see this little spike at the end here. So this was for today. People basically claimed a bunch of diamonds. So the red line is showing you what they forfeited. The green line is showing you how much diamonds they managed to claim. So you can see 2,600 diamonds or forfeited today, 404 claimed. I believe that must have been to go into the auction. That's probably my best guess. And then you also have a combined view. So on the combined view, it just shows you basically both of those stats, but combined. So you can see today the same data there, and then it combines it with the previous graph. Obviously, these red dots would be actual bars, but because the amount of tokens coming out here claimed is so high, it just makes these red bars look like dots on the screen. I'm sure that'll change with time. So yeah, that's just the combined view. So you can see on February 19th how much is coming out on the 20th, and these things are subject to change if people early claim those mines. So yeah, you have that, and we can actually go down here. We can check these summaries, but let's actually just go straight down to looking at the miners. So you can basically see a list ranking all the different wallets that have entered the mining, and currently it's ranking it by the total amount they have in mining. So the top wallet has 30,500 diamonds in mining currently, and they've claimed 0. They currently have 4,071 claimable. This is out of 10 mines. and you can see how far along they are on their maturity. There.
It's fucking epic.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. You can track, and this is like for each wallet that's entered. You can see this wallet down here has claimed 180 diamonds out of their amount. They have this much claimable. This is out of 27 mines, and you can like dive into these wallets. So you can click on the random wallet here. Obviously, I don't know whose wallet this is, so I'm sorry if this is your wallet and you're watching the stream, but we're just diving in just for the sake of sharing the stats.
Rich, make some sort of statement here.
Nosy neighbors. We're your nosy neighbors peeking over the fence here.
Yeah. But yeah, this is so sick. You can actually see how much ETH this wallet has entered, how much Blaze they've entered into mining, how much they've claimed, the total amount they've still got in mining, the total amount they have claimable now, the total amount they forfeited, and you can go down to each miner. So you can see this miner up here. They early exited this miner. They claimed 60 diamonds. It was meant to give them 1,000. They deployed this much ETH, 0.0931 ETH, and 1,000 Blaze, and that was active for 6 days. And yeah, you can see the rest there. So you can do this. So you can see they've claimed a bunch of these miners. They also have a bunch of miners that are not claimed, which are currently at 14% of their progress. And time remaining. Does it show the day they come out? I believe it did at one point. Okay, maybe it doesn't, but you can see there's 85 days until their miner is maturing. And yeah, so total claimable now, 143 miners. And yeah, you can this is global. You can do this for any single wallet that's entered into the mining. It's all there. If I go back, sure, let me just go back to it.
That's what I got to stop him because he's too fast.
Sorry. Yeah. Let me go back to that poor wallet.
Yeah, so my question was basically, it's a little bit harder to attain the actual ROI per miner, isn't it? Or
yeah,
you tell me.
Because it's the ROI per mine, I guess, fluctuates depending on when they claimed it, or when they claimed it, and then the price. Like, are you going to calculate the ROI when they claimed it, or are you going to calculate the ROI at the current day? Because they might have claimed it and sold it, or claimed it into the auction. So I mean, it's probably doable. You'll just have to track. It just depends how you want to track it, basically.
Well, I was going to give some insight to it. So we've had this problem since TitanX days started. We bitched and complained about the moving ROI on TitanX miners, and the reason we never did learn the reason at the time. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, that TitanX eventually fixed it. They did something to track. Anyway, the moral of the story is this: the blockchain does not store your price that you paid on the day that you started that miner. It doesn't record that action, and unless you have a server storing that data or build something specially for it, you're not going to know. So what happens is when you check the ROI of a miner, it's looking at the current price of ETH, the current price of the token you basically mining, and it says, okay, based on 0.015 Ethereum at today's price and the price of this token today, your ROI is X. And it's never correct because obviously ETH price moved. It's changed since the day you did it. And in order to do that, I'm meeting with the dev in the morning to do a solution for this. And I'm actually going to try to put it on the site where we're going to build something out where we tracking the price of Ethereum on a certain day. And it looks at your miner and says, okay, you did 0.1 ETH. Well, what was 0.1 ETH on X date? So it gets that value, and then it multiplies that times 2 to get the matching Blaze value. And then it takes a look at the current price of diamonds, and it'll tell you what your current ROI is. And this time it'll be accurate. But that has to be built, and I'm currently working on it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not you at face value you think ROI is very simple, but there's definitely more complexity to it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I found it. You can find the maturing date for each miner. So obviously this guy started his miners on launch day.
This is a great job though, Jukes. I'm loving it, and I just want to mention to people you might see some overlapping information from here, from Dune, or even from the website. And I just told Jukes when he was working on this, I don't care about that. Let's just give people a bunch of data.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to
Yeah,
have
yeah.
preferences of the way the data is laid out in different places. Maybe people who are used to looking at the June dashboards that prefer to go there. I kind of like the way, you get nice colors and stuff here to look at.
I think eventually we'll use all the tools. I mean, you'll use the website at surface level, and then you'll glance at dunes. But then when you want to dive deep, you'll come here.
Yeah, for sure. What I like especially about this stuff that we've done is being able to track each wallet. I think that's like a really cool feature. Being able to see exactly that wallet's mines and everything. I mean, some people may not like that because they feel like everything's out there, but we live in a world of
Oh,
blockchain with transparency. So
again, yeah, I mean, I'll throw this in. It's a lot of the time I used to hate. All right, wallet watching. It is all in the blockchain. It is all there. But here's a people can go and find this stuff out if they want to anyway. And the people that are maybe, let's say smarter, but people who are maybe more used to really digging down into the data in Etherscan or in June dashboards and being able to go and find useful stuff. Having this does level the playing field a little bit and helps and simplifies getting some of this data to be able to watch other wallets and potential I don't know, strategies that other people are playing. This lays it out a little bit easier for everybody to get the same information. And maybe those people that can go in and dig a lot, dig a bit deeper than everybody else, maybe they don't have as much advantage if this is laid out nice and simply for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing.
I
And
can see.
the top whales are gonna be tracking this stuff. So, like you said, it's just a tool that makes it easier.
I want to say, this could be the dumbest thing you heard today, but basically, I see diamonds a different way. I see diamonds as a way to get ROI by participating in the different payout pools. Selling on the market, compounding, that will be a play. It might not be the best play right now, but attaining your diamonds, building up a supply, going into staking, getting the ETH and Blaze that's going to be in there, taking some diamonds when somebody dumps it on the market, scoops them up, put that in the auction so you get a little ETH. You got the NFT certificates, so you're going to be getting future ETH payouts. When you build all these features up and you start building your stack to get ROI from the payout pools, then that should be, in my opinion, more attractive than, oh, when do I get these diamonds? Can I sell it on the market and just hurry and go back in? I'm like, that play is there. Everybody's used to mining and compounding and dumping and mining, and that's the Zen thing. Everybody's learned it from there, I guess. But for me, this project was built to give you an ROI on participating in the payout pools. But we obviously can't take selling off the market from you, so we're trying to build a thick pool for that. But that comes later. Anyway,
Mm.
maybe the dumbest thing you heard all day, but
Yeah, no, I mean, it's, look, sometimes I look at everybody plays this game, not diamonds, but everybody plays crypto completely different. There's so many ways to do it, and I think you saying that is probably, people need to be thinking about that as well. Okay, now you can kind of look at what the future supply is, what's coming out, what kind of shares you'll be able to get in. Even I was just having a quick nosy at the staking pools. Nobody's really talking about staking, and it's because it's very, very early. But I mean, between the two staking pools already, there's over 10K's worth of value in the staking pools already. And I think there's only maybe two people have bothered to go into the staking so far. And that makes sense. But again, like you say, maybe if somebody's looking at this now with a more long-term view, like yourself, maybe just nibbling away and stacking into that pool could be a play as well. So, um, Definitely
Yeah,
not a stupid.
it's absolutely.
Definitely not a stupid thing to say at all.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely too early to be staking. I'm not saying that we're doing that, but it's not too early to be mining with the mindset of getting ready to go into the stake on day 87. That's my plan. Absolutely transparent about it. So I'm going to be mining a bunch. I've got 3 so far. They were big ones. And I'm mining with the intent to go into the staking pool. And guess what? That's no sell pressure on the chart. I don't need that to have a thick LP for me to dump into. I'm worried about keeping my tokens and getting paid ETH on it residual, like recurring. And then when
Yeah,
other people dump on the market, I'm going to scoop some of those diamonds and then I'm going to put that in the auction for ETH payouts for the week. And then I've got the NFT certificates that's going to be paying me too. So selling on the market is the last option I'm looking at.
Talking about staking, we have the staking simulator as well. So this was added this week. And this is interesting. So
is this
obviously
live? Is it?
this is live, yeah. So this is actually interesting because obviously we're staking, right? So you'll notice on our calculator tool here, you have a USD input currency and diamonds input currency. Obviously in USD terms, like the lower diamonds goes in price, the more you can buy per dollar, right? Of diamonds, meaning obviously the more you can stake, the more shares you're going to get in the pool. So it's interesting. So like if people are expecting diamonds price to go down, then you might want to keep an eye on, if everyone's worried about, oh no, the price is going to crash, like, I don't know, near the time where more people are claiming and dumping or whatever. There's kind of a little, I guess you could say, price floor set in by the stake pool as well. And that's going to build up over time. So like if you came into this and did $100 stake amount, max stake, you can add a burn amount as well, but we'll just do it like this. You can actually see the ROIs right now. Because like Ali said, like no one's entered the stake pool. Like there's maybe 2 or 3 people in there. So there's money there to grab that people will go into. So on our calculator here, we show you each payout. So the 88-day payout, where you'll be getting an ETH and Blaze plus the ROI, and the same for 288 and just the total view. And then you can also see down here like how much tokens you're locking away compared to the amount in the vault, how much shares you're getting, and if you add a burn amount, you can see how much of the total supply you're burning. But it's one thing to keep an eye on this, because the lower down you go, because I've been playing with these tools, obviously I've been building them, and one thing I've noticed is this ROI has increased, and the amount I'm getting has increased in dollar terms because the diamonds price has gone down the last 3 days. So I can now buy more diamonds with my $100 and get more shares in the pool. Now, is it a good time to stake now? Probably not. You probably want to wait longer and wait for the pools to increase in how many people are entering and how much rewards are in there. But we're still early in this protocol, and considering there's actually some decent ROIs already here.
I think the main reason to wait on the staking is you just want to you want to let your miners cook. You want to earn that 1% per day. So why not? There's no reason to leave your miner early to go into staking. Now, like you said, if the price drops and you want to buy it off the market, that's one thing. But that's what I'm saying is my miners I'm letting them cook to day 87, whatever day that turns out to be. So I can exit my positions, forfeit the little bit that I'm going to forfeit to go in to get my piece of the payout pool. Now I have to stake. I have to do a minimum stake, but I'm going to do the max stake personally because I want the higher bonus. And hopefully by then I've accumulated some other diamonds off the market that people are dumping, and I'm going to use those to get a burn bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, I won't be able to burn 3x because I'm waiting 70 something days to get my miner. I won't have that kind of quantity.
Yeah, again, it's a really fucking nice feature of that stuff with the staking you're talking about, Rich. The fact that the first pool will be available to get a share of about after 88 days of these miners cooking. At that stage, there could be a fucking huge chunk, whatever that figure is coming out in those days. Dukes, those figures we were looking at earlier coming out on whatever those dates in February. A lot of
19th of
that,
February.
yeah, a lot of that it could get claimed. A lot of it, I'm not saying it will, but a lot of that could get claimed and thrown in to take advantage of the staking pools, because that's gonna, as I say, we're only 15 days in. There's over 10 grand there already. And isn't there between all the different, maybe not as much as that as total. Sorry, I'm off. What's that? 3.5 and 3. There's 7K. It was 7K after the first 15 days. So there could be a nice chunky amount of money in there come day 88.
Yeah. And the
sure.
people who are claiming to dump on the market or claiming to go into the auctions or whatever, they're not able to build up this quantity to come in the staking pool. So there's going to be a separation of class of investors here. The people who waited, played the long game, they're going to have a bigger stake in this payout. And the fact is, you keep getting paid, and your tokens you still have. You didn't sell them, so you didn't lose them. You didn't go in the auction and burn them. I mean, you still have the token. So there's a little bit for everyone here. There'll be some people doing, the auction, but that forfeit supply, that's all part of the game. I mean, we wanted that to happen. So that's why the feature exists. We want the bonus, the burn bonus, so we can remove more supply there. We want that to happen. Now, guess what? All of that happens without even using $1 from the protocol buying crush. And so while we don't need to use it, we're not using it. But we are going to get to a point where we're going to want to use it and to help boost the protocol. We didn't put all this money into this protocol and all these analytics just for practice. We got plans. This is I got intentions to see to it that this project succeeds, and I'm going to be an investor in it like everyone else, and I'm just going to try to use the payout pools to make the best for me. The short game is okay, like I said, but it to me, it's not the best play here. And what I'm looking at is once people start mining and we start removing all that Blaze supply, and then becomes a competition for Blaze, well, you're getting paid through the Diamonds protocol and all these payout pools. And in the meantime, you're taking Blaze off the market, and those payout pools are paying your Diamond certificate holders. And then the ETH payouts, and all of us were, well, many of us were probably in the day 888 Diamond Hand Club of Blaze. So I have Diamond Hand tickets there. And that was the whole reason this project was built, to revive Blaze. X28 was a later thought, and we thought we could accomplish pegging the X28 through the process of all this. I know I said a lot there, but I mean, there's basically some core visions we have for diamonds, and I probably touched on them there.
Make X28 and Blaze great again.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's succeeding.
And ETH payouts. I mean, ETH payouts is something I very much desire. Every protocol, well, we only had 2 protocols that give Blaze, or Ethereum, I'm sorry. It was TitanX and Blaze that I can think of. Was Hyper also? I don't remember. But anyway,
Hyper.
they were so okay. So nothing is really giving ETH payouts right now. Well, this is a desirable token to own, and I like it. Now, I like to use it though as a fuel source or something else. I don't try to hold a bunch of Ethereum, but I like the payout because you're not getting paid in an altcoin that's losing its value, or you're buried deep in layers that you can't get what you actually show an ROI out of it. I mean, when you're getting Ethereum, you can right away use it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Ethereum payouts are just awesome. I think that's one thing that attracted so many people to TitanX in the first place. So bringing that back is a breath of fresh air. A breath of fresh air that takes me back to 2023.
Yeah.
2024.
If we could do that, I'll tell you that I will be so happy if we can bring ETH payouts back to where they're meaningful.
Yeah. Do you have any estimated number of mining activity in dollar values? Like, how much do you think from now till let's say day 100, how much do you think we're going to get roughly activity? Or is that just impossible to?
That sounds like a good project for you.
Well, I asked it. I asked it for a reason because on the staking simulator here, we also have a mining activity simulator. So what you can do is you can simulate.
Teeing it up.
There we go. There we go. You can simulate how much, like you can simulate mining activity and how that impacts the staking pools, basically. So like let's say you believe there's going to be 50 grand of mining activity. You can actually update these results. So if we click update here, then it will update these results, and you're going to be getting more ETH, more Blaze, etc. So it's updated all of these numbers. I believe if you click reset, it should reset that. So yeah, now it's 0.7 ETH. We did. If you think there's going to be this much mining activity, then you can see now it's 1.7 ETH.
Okay, I would project 5,000 ETH per week at this point from where I see things right now. So let's use that number.
Okay, that's I think that's very conservative, given but only if we start to get some sort of fucking altcoin season happening. So
I'm just trying to calculate this into my head in dollar values.
That's actually probably low, but I'm thinking people don't realize this, but I've onboarded a few people that are not even in TitanX into this project. And I've got to deliver because I've got them to answer to. So I could think just with us, that's probably low considering 4 or 5 people alone could match that amount.
What's 5,000 ETH or 500 ETH? You said
5,000 ETH, $5,000 worth of ETH a week.
$5,000 worth. Okay, so how many weeks? Let's say
we got 88. I'm sorry. Go ahead. 88
Hold
days.
on. Let me just do this calculation. I'm gonna cook. Let me just quickly do a calculation. Definitely not using Grok to help me with this calculation. Don't get suspicious. Okay. So according to my very legitimate non-Grok calculation that I just did in my head, because I'm crazy at maths, that's until February 20th when the miners come out. That is 12 weeks roughly from today. Okay. 12 weeks from today. Very fast math, man. Very fast. Okay, so we can put in 60K into here. This is the conservative estimation. Obviously, guys, this is all conservative. This is all just speculations. No one knows anything, but this is just speculation. Okay.
This is mining simulating.
Any legal stuff here.
Mining simulating.
So if you were to add right now, obviously, look, right now there's not many people staking, so take these numbers low key with a pinch of salt. But right now, if no one staked and you staked $100 and you burned $50 worth of diamonds, and there's that much mining activity, then yeah, 88-day payout comes to this in ETH, this in Blaze. So your total would be 2.1 ETH. From $100, mind you, you're getting out 12 grand around. So all I'm saying is, guys, keep an eye on the staking pools. Keep an eye on the staking pools. And these tools are here to help you and aid you in, being able to calculate things and find out what's a good move to do.
Absolutely. Love it. So that was the purpose of this, is giving people information to make decisions based on that.
Yeah. So you can actually see right now there's only 86 diamonds, I believe, that have gone into the stake pool. So a rather small amount. But,
I talked my brother into doing a few just to test it, and I talked my friend into doing a few. I don't know who else is in there, but I know 2, and they've just done a small amount just to test it. So
that go down a little bit there, Jukes. That 1.44% is people burning diamonds in the staking part for bonuses. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so this is based off your burn here. So if you burn $50 worth,
Okay.
you're burning 1.4% of the supply currently. This is the total liquid supply, and this is the amount of diamonds you'll be burning.
Nice.
Sometimes the best way to figure out how something's working is stick a little bit of in it, stick a little bit in it, and test it out.
It's definitely true. It's definitely true.
That didn't come out right, did it?
Not quite.
You know what? Let's show you guys the mining simulator, because this has gone through a lot of reworks since we last spoke. So Ali's disappeared. Should we give it a second till Ali come back? I think I've shown you this, Rich, but I don't know if Ali's seeing this.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give Ali a second. So, Rich, busy days.
Yes, sir. Been doing a lot of driving, and I was actually under the weather. Took on a major cold this past week, and then I drove 2 days straight, 11 hours each day. Just exhausting.
You know what, Rich? Like, this is one thing that between Americans and Brits that is such a big difference. For us in the UK, brother, if you were to drive 3 hours, that's considered a long drive. If you're telling me I need you to drive 3 hours somewhere, I'm like, oh my God, that's like, to us, that's like a long drive, right?
Yeah.
And it's like a long, like, that is like serious, right? But in America, people be like, oh, like, I drove for 2 days straight to get, I'm like, you drove for 2 days straight, are you nuts? Why did you pick a flight? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously,
yeah,
it's just one of those differences, like, there's cultural differences. Like, Americans, like, I don't think they realize how much they drive, like how far they drive hours wise. It's one thing that is always like shocks me. Like, it shocks me so much. If I have a 5-hour drive, you don't understand. I am finished. I am completely done. I'm just, that's it. Like,
that's actually funny to hear.
Yeah, I'm knocked out for a week. 5-hour drive, I'm knocked out. Don't even try and talk to me for the rest of the week after that 5-hour drive.
Yeah, so after work Friday, I wasn't feeling well, but I wanted to drive home. And I looked at it, it was like 8 or 10 hours, something like that. And I said, no, I'm just going to get some rest and get up early in the morning and go. I got up at 5 a.m. By 4 p.m., I was home. But on my way, I got a call that, hey, we're having dinner tomorrow at noon here. Your cousins are going to be here. You need to come down. I'm like, oh, my goodness, I can't do that. I'm just getting home. And so I thought about it. I said, okay, all I really need to do is grab my warm clothes, get a couple things, get some sleep, and then I'll wake up. If I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm going to get a shower and come. And I did just that. I got there at 3 p.m. I was 3 hours late, but just, yeah. So there was a reason for it.
I don't know how I do. When I was in America, when I was in California, and it was my first time in the States, and we didn't have any cardinal there. And I did not, like, I had no clue the scale of America. Like, I would check on Google Maps. I want to go somewhere. Okay, that's like a 10-minute, 15-minute drive. Okay, so that must be like not too bad as a walk, right? Okay, let me just go on Google Maps, check how long the walk is. An hour walk. Brother, I was trapped. I went to America, I was trapped. I couldn't go anywhere. I was just stuck. I had to rely on Ubers. My friend, I had to rely, how much money I spent on Ubers? Oh my days. It was crazy.
Imagine that. Yeah, it's a culture shock for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Next time, my biggest mistake, next time I go to America, I need to make sure I sort out a vehicle, sort out a car, so I can get to places.
I will say this, don't travel with anyone unless that other person likes to travel. Otherwise, y'all both going to be miserable.
Yeah. And I swear to God, this person, they're probably not watching this stream. We landed in America, like, from the UK, it's a whole day traveling, like, flights, 12 hours, then another flight, like this and this and this. We get into the car, we're driving to the hotel, and I swear to you, I think I nearly died on the highway. Firstly, I've never seen a highway with 5 or 6 lanes. I was so confused. And then our driver had to make a random exit somewhere, and they went from one side all the way to the other side, like last minute. My friend, I thought I've just survived all these long plane journeys and I'm gonna die now. It's crazy. But
Yeah.
we managed it.
We have no shortage of idiots over here. I can tell you for sure. No shortage.
My life flashed behind my eyes for a split second. Okay, Ali's back.
Yeah, and you do.
Fucking
go ahead.
smoke alarm was going off, and the smoke alarm was going off in the house. Fuck's sake, it's all good. Nothing's wrong. Malfunction.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad to know.
Yeah.
We got worried. We got worried for a second, Ali.
Yeah.
But,
All right. Where are we at here? What are we looking at now? Still covering new stuff here.
Yeah. So this is I showed you the mining simulator last time we came on, but it's gone through significant upgrades since then. So this is like the best. This is the best mining simulator we've done so far. So if you guys are familiar with how it looked before and all the other ones we made, this one is like, in my opinion, this one's like 5x cooler than the other ones. So basically what we've done now is you can actually simulate like multiple miners. So before you just put in an amount here, you select the currency. For simplicity, we'll just do dollars, and you'll put in an amount, and then it would calculate everything for you based off just.
Can you scroll in a little bit again?
Scroll in. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just get this nice and then. Wait, I think that's probably too much. Okay, is that okay?
Yeah, I can see.
Ali, man, you need some glasses, bro.
Yeah, I mean he's struggling. I'm wearing glasses, so
okay.
He's in denial.
Okay. Yeah, so you can come in. You can come in here, select an amount. We moved the about section to this little button here, so it's not taking up space on the page because it was kind of in the way. But yeah, so now basically what we've done is you can simulate multiple miners. So if I came in here and I selected, let's say I wanted to make 5 miners, and let's say I had 1 ETH. Of 1 ETH, I'm going to split it up in these 5 miners. It's going to calculate for you if you were to invest 1 ETH and split it into 5 miners, how much reward you'll get, etc. So after you click calculate now, you're going to see this mining distribution. So this came up before, but now this is going to show you the distribution for all the miners together. Okay, because it's now treating it as separate miners, but this is an aggregated view. So it's going to show you all the distribution for all the miners aggregated together. So this is like the same information we saw before. You have the ETH distribution and the Blaze distribution from this. Obviously, the ETH amount gets split up here. And what we've added now is you actually have a price projection graph. And you also have a configuration table. So you can see here all your miners. So we selected 5 miners. Now you're seeing a view for each miner. You're seeing the amount each miner is going to cost you in ETH, the amount it's going to cost you in Blaze, the total USD of these combined for the cost, and also the amount of diamonds you're getting per each miner that you have. So now you have these these action buttons here. You can click the cards view. I think it gives a simpler view. Because you can see here. So if you wanted to check the mining distribution per each miner, you just click on this. You click on this blue button here that says details, and it brings up the distribution for that particular miner. So it's basically a way more like in-depth view now. You can do like multiple miners. You can just do 1 miner.
It's over 9.8. It's over 9.8.
Oh, it's over 9.8 live on stream.
Somebody's just market bought nearly $2,000 of X28. So
whoever did that, they done it for the stream.
All right, let's see. When's that next when's that next buy happening? Let's go in and have a quick look. In 17 minutes. It's 17 minutes. All right, happy days. Let's see what happens, Rich, in 17 minutes. See if your June dashboard works and Sorry to interrupt.
Sounds good. You scared us all.
I was wondering, did Ali's fire alarm go off again? Joking. Yeah, so, but now what we can do is we can actually project. So we can project the price of diamonds into the future. I'm just going to mess around with this. So you can kind of click on this graph and click on these little things here. And this is setting different prices for diamonds. This is probably way too high. Let's actually just reset these. But you can do it like this. So that's the current price. You could imagine the price does something like this. Okay. And where this really comes into effect is that's all the price points we added, but is it's going to change each of the ROIs for these miners. But when you go to early claim, now I can like simulate early claim. So I can say like, let's say we're early claiming on this day. The ROI at that day is going to be different because it's now calculating with a different price for diamonds because we've set a different price on the graph. Does that make sense, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully it does. Yeah. So basically now like you can properly like do these simulations. So this is a real like simulation tool. The prices here that you're calculating for are different. So you might find like you speculate that price is going to pump on a certain day. You can add that day as a price point. You can set it higher, and then you can come in and see what your early claim would be, and then find out if there's going to be positive ROI, etc. Because there might be an instance where there's more ROI in an early claim than obviously a full minor claim. So, yeah. So this is the first miner simulator we've done that actually allows you to do this. I can reset these price points so it cleans up the UI. But yeah, we set the price up here. You can see if the price pumps, the ROI here changes, the dollar values change, and you can check the inflation for each one. You can check the ROI for each one. To be honest with you, these just give you bigger views of what you already have. But the coolest thing here is the details and the early claim.
That's insane, man. There's so much to play around with, so much data. It nearly the protocol just needs users to be playing with all this stuff. People that come in to participate. I've got so much to play around with and look at.
Yeah, man, there's so much. There's so much. I believe this. Let's just check live on stream. This works. I hope this works. Otherwise, I'm going to be embarrassed. This should calculate for you. Yeah. So when you come into the Blaze ETH input, it should calculate for you. If I was to enter 1 ETH, it should auto calculate how much Blaze I need. If I enter 5 ETH, it should auto calculate how much Blaze I need. Yeah. That's good. So yeah, you can just keep running these calculations and speculate. It's pretty cool.
Nice. I haven't, and all this stuff you've covered tonight is all live at the minute, and all on the free tier for anybody to use. Yeah.
Exactly that. Yep. So everything we're covering today is free tier and it's currently live, so you can go and play around with this stuff now. I think there's one more thing we need to show. And if at any point you want to look at something else again, just let me know, because there's so much details to each thing that it's easy to miss something. But if you go to analytics again, we had the auction stats go live, I believe it was yesterday. So yeah, you can see the current week on the auction has just ticked over to week 3. And the time remaining for this auction, 6 days, because it just ticked over. And only one participant so far, he's obviously entered 40 diamonds. And that's how much ETH we currently have in the pool. So yeah, you can basically, like the previous page, you can get this view of all the wallets that I've entered ever into the auction. You can also click this active tab here to see this one wallet that's gone active today that's entered the auction. And you can check on all these other wallets. If you just click on a random wallet, again, I don't know this wallet, guys. If you're watching,
You're picking on me.
I apologize. You can see this particular wallet and you can see how much ETH they've earned from their different auctions. So how much, like, they entered into auction 1, they earned 0.3 from this one. And I believe from the auction I just ticked over, they have earned this much ETH. And it's claimable, so it's not been claimed yet. Yeah.
The one thing that's not able to be shown there, and it's a little bit it's missing, actually. Let's just say it that way. So you don't know what the person paid for the diamonds, because I can say I was the fool. I bought the top and I went into the auction and I lost my ass. So, but it doesn't show. You don't know what I paid for the diamonds.
Yeah, yeah. We can see how much diamonds they entered, but that is true. It's how they got those diamonds is not there. But yeah, so you can go back to participation and you get this kind of summary view at the top here. So you can see like so far it's only one wallet, but it's basically going to show you the top 3 wallets that have entered the auction so far in the week. How much diamonds they've entered, their expected return. So far, this guy's obviously expecting the entire pool, and his shares are obviously 100% right now. So yeah, this guy is so far on for some profits there. He entered $110. He's gonna at the current rate get 190. And you get these global stats. So the current week one is 3. The amount of diamonds crushed so far in this is a nice amount. The total ETH distributed, average participants per week, total participants, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I love it. I really do. I'm glad we went. Oh, by the way, Ali, you wasn't here a while ago when I said this. I just want people to know we didn't invest all this money in these analytics tools for no reason. We got plans. This project is not going to fade away. I don't want to call projections on what our success will be, but I can tell you this: we didn't spend this money for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
And look, like, yeah, exactly. Like, I think the fact of going above and beyond to put in so much work into building these analytics, I think it should show to, in my opinion, to investors that you're serious about your protocol, you know, and there's a lot of thought that's gone into this protocol, and giving users that transparency for all these stats, especially for free, it should show them that you're serious. Like, and there's probably more to come. I don't know what there is to come, but there's probably more in the pipeline and plans for this thing. Otherwise, you wouldn't invest in all the infrastructure. So,
well, I think we've proved that
I appreciate that.
We've proved we're not quitters and we're not going to give up on this thing at all. So this is I've been involved in a lot of stuff since the ecosystem started. For me, this is by far the best thing that I've been involved in. That me and Utah ban the other Blaze guys out was a fucking tough choice at the time. It was bleeding. It was bleeding like a motherfucker. But I'm really glad that we knuckled down, did that, and bought the other guys out, and just teamed up with Rich to start bringing this Diamonds protocol to life. And the way, yeah, I just love the way these two things are working together. And it's funny, you mentioned it earlier. It is a great time for this protocol. It is a great time that so many people are fading it. That might sound stupid, but it's given us time to watch everything slowly, learn how everything's working, check how everything goes. And we're not getting people coming in and trying to annihilate the system, take over, or anything like that. We're getting time to learn and watch and plan ahead. So everything's working really, really well so far. I can't believe we're actually into week 3. But yeah, everything is those. You actually put a did you put that in the Telegram chat? This kind of the goals of this there's a kind of list of goals that we'll want to achieve with this protocol. And number 1 was getting X28 back to parity. That was like the number 1 thing. Getting it back to parity. Fucking genius move by Rich to launch the NFTs 3 weeks before the launch of the protocol. That is a really, really great head start. And that again, that's how these two protocols work well together. That the feature was always there in Blaze to allow people to mint 28 off an NFT to get into that diamond hand pool. So, just a really nice move to start everything off. So getting X28 to party. And then the next thing we're really focusing on is that Blaze supply. This thing really starts to fucking take off when the liquid Blaze on the market gets depleted as much as possible. And that just drives people into the auction. And that's whenever this thing really starts to fuel payout pools, to fuel mining, to fuel everything within it that's built so far. So Let's fucking go, basically.
Yeah.
Make Blaze great again. Make X28 great again. I feel like that
Yeah,
should be
I think the greatest feature is that people can participate in diamonds and not even be part of Blaze, but it's helping it in the background. You could not even care about X28 or Blaze, but the protocol is going to take care of business. And if you in diamonds, you focus on ETH payout pools and Blaze to go back and create new miners. You do the auctions. You got the NFTs. You can get ETH payouts, and you don't even care about the other two. Now, when you want to sell on the market, you'll sell into X28. Then you have to figure out how to get back out to TitanX and ETH. But the great thing is you don't have to give up economic energy to concern yourself with the other two. The protocol's taking care of it in the background.
Mhm.
I mean,
I
just
love
using the X28 protocol alone. What's up?
Crypto connoisseur. Cheers for tuning in, brother. Hope you're doing well. What's up, chaps? Great work on the TitanX X28 pair. Thanks very much. We are not going to be shy in taking the credit for bringing X28 back to parity. We're going to be beating that drum forever. TitanX ecosystem isn't going anywhere. That was a core belief of ours. Knuckle down. Knuckle down, double down, and build and do what we can to add to the ecosystem. Diamonds is definitely doing it so far, and hopefully today, in about 15 minutes or something, we will get our first X28 or our first TitanX burn from going through the X28 minter. So, yeah, number one was get that back to peg. Number two, get the Blaze, get as much Blaze supply off the market as possible, and I suppose, yeah, I'll put a few tweets out tomorrow if anybody's interested in what the next parts of the plan are. So it's not just a fucking launch a protocol and see what happens. There's a lot of lot of effort and calculated risks for us in trying to pull all this off.
Yep.
I'm actually just catching up on some of these comments.
Still remember Ali telling Marco about a potential $100 plane. Oh, nice. Oh, fuck, did I actually? Holy shit. The early days must have been the first one in the first few days when things were looking shit hot. Anyway, it's funny.
Will the peg hold to be continued?
So the
Only is Blaze
that's
gonna
a
peg it?
good point there. Actually, no, I was just going to comment. It's not going to be easy to hold the peg constantly because, especially with people who have intentions to sell diamonds, because they're going to sell into X28 and then they're going to sell that down to TitanX to get ETH again. So it will be a challenge to hold it there constantly, but it will have persistent pressure to keep it there.
Yeah, and again, over time, the more use cases for X28 that come, obviously, the more people jump on the bandwagon to help us with this and help, see this part of the ecosystem and try to help us, go this route. It's one of the easiest ways to start to get that TitanX supply annihilated again. There's a number of builders in it's unfortunate actually. Trader Lee did come out yesterday and sort of pull the plug on Ascend. Well, not pull the plug. Just say they're not going to develop anymore for Ascend. They're going to focus on supporting Shadowy and Orin. But he was, he'd kind of come around to the idea of starting to move his the protocols he was bringing to market, pairing with X28. Unfortunately, maybe that's not going to happen. But other people will. I think other people will definitely start to, go this route and utilize X28 a bit more and help us keep this peg as close as possible.
Yeah, I mean, if we build up a buy and burn in the X28 balance, that will also help.
2 minutes. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's going to work through the converter? in the next buy, Rich?
I do think so. When this next one, at least that's what I'm looking to do is update it and see.
Have you more stuff to share there at the minute, Dukes, or will I pull that down? He must have gone somewhere. All right, let's see what's going to happen here. We got.
I'm back. Apologies. I had to quickly dip.
2 seconds.
It
Let
wasn't
me, let me pull this down for a second and
Sure.
throw this one back up. So I think it's been set to use the converter if it's over 9.8. So 9834. This is it's pretty slim. It's a pretty slim difference. So hopefully it's enough. Hopefully nobody comes in and sells in the next what have we got? 57 seconds. Oh, can't take it. Just waiting to see what happens.
Look, folks, this is huge. We start going to put tariffs, big tariffs on ETH. We're going to make people buy diamonds. Diamonds, the best, the classiest. It's all about the diamonds, now more valuable, more powerful. Everyone sits talking about it. We're making buying and crushing, buying and burning great again, folks. Really great. November 11th is coming. It's a whole new game, folks, a winning game, the biggest. Believe me.
Diamonds will be very scarce in the market. Blaze is already pretty scarce on the market. So we're hoping for fireworks between the two. Woo! Fireworks coming. 5, 4. Oh,
That
Richie,
is the funniest video.
Ooh.
Okay.
What happened?
Oh, let's see if we can see. It did tick over. There's no buy on the chart yet.
I don't know if you realize somebody set up a bot for these buy-in calls, whatever. They're being functioned by somebody. You can't beat it. Like I've tried a few times to catch it, not racing nobody, and I feel like my transaction fails. So I let them have it now. It's not worth me messing with.
Small buy order went in. I don't know if that's
going to be the X28 ban or the TitanX ban X28 as well there, isn't it? Not to mention, where's this? Don't forget about the X28 buy and burn. So can we go? Maybe the easiest thing to do, I wonder will it show up in the June dashboard here. Let's click refresh. And
yeah, I've got them both up and I'm waiting to refresh here to look for balances to show up there. Oh, not only show up,
that's showing 6 minutes to go refreshed, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I have to run the query as well. Hold on.
Yeah, you have to run I think you have to run the query of June.
What the fuck does that mean? Okay.
I'll update in just a minute. I'm gonna go on mute. Somebody's weed eating over here.
Weed eating? I don't even know what that means either. What is this guy talking about half the time?
Wait, this is lawn care.
Someone's trimming down that garden.
50%. The TitanX gets burned. The other 50 buys X28 and burns it. So we're seeing 53. That is half the value of one of the buy and burns. So it looks everything.
It looks like it's work.
Looks like everything's chugging along there nicely. We just want to see where that. You just want to see that balance. The first burn on the June dashboard. Let's fucking, that's pretty epic. That's pretty epic. How long, this thing has been in the planning for a long, long time. Rich had an idea to build this protocol many, many months ago as one of the it's right. P-Day is about to peg to $1. Maybe we should go over and start building on P-Day. Woo! Fucking soft peg professionals. Don't know whether I want to shout that out too much, but
your neighbors might start asking questions.
Yeah, it's been a long time in the planning. This protocol, like I say, people are fading it, thinking it's just another BOT protocol, but it is so much more. But and we've been calling this for a long time. Way back here was whenever we really started going public with all this, and yeah. I mean, between the launch of the NFTs and the launch of the protocol, it's right here to right here, and hopefully that is hopefully that's what this is the first buy, the first burn on the TitanX. Shrey is saying it's still 2 cents to go to party, but Shrey, we'll have it set that it actually the buy. The transform kicks in at 98 rather than actual peg, just a bit before it.
Yeah, I think it's to do with slippage.
If you go to X28 site, Ali, you could also look there if any shows up in the buy and burn category. Yeah, that tab. You might want to refresh. I don't know. Anyways.
Okay. 2 seconds.
I don't know if
we do know that there was 76 there. 76 there.
Once the conversion is, I guess, happened, son of a bitch.
Well, anyway.
And let's just wait another cycle or two. It should show up. But if not, I'm meeting with the dev in the morning, early in the morning. So we'll have some live tests to look at, and maybe it's working by then. Yeah, let's get back to this.
Is that somebody? That's somebody cutting their lawn outside.
Yes, exactly. He showed up here late because we're getting ready for this holiday event in 2 days, and this is probably one of his late yard stops or whatever.
Okay, Dukes, have you anything else you want to show from TitanX Utils?
I think we've shown everything. We've shown both the analytics and the simulator tools. So I guess the final thing to say now would be we have staking analytics going live next week. And I believe the NFT simulator should be going live soon as well. And then we've got the NFT analytics going live after the staking. So yeah, we've basically launched 4 tools right now. So you've got 2 of the simulator tools and 2 of the analytics tools live. And this protocol is vast. There's a lot to it. It's not just, like we've said so many times, it's not just one singular thing. It's got auctions, staking, mining. So it's near completion, a lot of the stuff. And it's got NFTs, not to mention. So yeah, basically next week we've got staking coming. And staking analytics coming. So we've got the staking simulator tool now, so you'll be able to actually see the analytics as well as do the simulations starting next week. And I mean, I'll probably be on the show again to show that stuff off. So I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, awesome. We'll start wrapping up here then.
Somebody was asking during the promo phase of this Diamonds rollout, could we have the TitanX Utils landing page on one of the Diamonds features? That way they don't have to go searching for it. It's basically right there just a promo phase maybe. Realize
yeah,
it's not our website.
We could probably add something like that. I could speak to yeah, I think we want to rework the landing page anyway, so I think we're gonna have to add more to the landing page. So it would be cool to have something showing maybe
What
some
would
of the
be the
stats.
most, maybe the mining simulator? What would be the best one?
I think what would be cool would be having a Roy for maybe the mining, something like that, showing up on the like straight on the home page. We can have a cool Rich. We can discuss what we could add to that.
Sounds good. Well, man, I'm excited. I'm glad to see that all the work that you guys have put in so far. Like I said, there might be some overlap here and there between the different data sources that you find as a user, but all of it's going to come in handy. You can never have too much data when you're making money decisions.
It's very true. That's such a good statement. And I will say one thing here. Something that's really interesting about people in the mindset of people in crypto that has always confused me is when it comes to like analytics and data, especially data that helps you make better decisions and what you're going to be doing with your money. We have a interesting like mentality in crypto where people will gamble thousands on random meme coins that could go to zero. But when it comes to actually, now these tools are free for the users, so that's absolutely insane for them, and they need to really like, appreciate that. But when it comes to paying for tools that give you more deeper dive data and analytics, even just a couple like $20 or something, people are like hesitant on it. They're hesitant, but then they throw $1,000 into some meme coin. They pay like $30 transaction fee on ETH to do that. It's just an interesting mentality. I think if people had more data-driven decision making in this crypto landscape in general, I'm not talking about TitanX, I'm just talking about in general. I think people would not lose as much money as they do in crypto.
That is a great point. I'm just thinking. I'm sure my brain does work like that at times too. Going, fucking, there's $20. Fuck that. Yet you will go and throw a couple of hundred at some stupid launch somewhere, and not even think twice about it, but not take out the subscription for something that actually fucking helps you make good decisions.
I know, it's interesting. It's an interesting landscape, but that's just how people are. That's just how people operate. So,
What is the okay? So all the stuff we've covered on the stream tonight. Obviously, Rich has paid you guys, to create all this stuff and put it on the site for free. What's the story with subscriptions and what with subscriptions and what else is free on the site compared to what's paid for?
Okay, I think some of Rich's audio just slightly overlapped, so I might have missed the end. But I think on the point on subscriptions, I think when we spoke before, it's, to be honest with you, nothing's really changed since then. The subscriptions are kind of just mirroring the sentiment of the community right now, which is still rather low. Orin is interesting, so we are working on adding stuff for Orin that's going to go on the pro tier, and that will be like on the paid for tier. So we think that's going to help the subscriptions because I think that's very relevant and people want that information now. So we're trying to work to get Orin stats and stuff like that live. And a big thing that I think people have just forgotten about is a lot of the ROIs. Like we have the ROI dashboards that show all the ROIs that allow you to calculate that in seconds. I think once we see the ecosystem start to flourish again and those ROIs become green and it becomes hyper competitive again, that's when we're going to see a huge amount of subscriptions increasing. But right now it just mirrors the sentiment in the community. But yeah, it's been great building this. It does a lot for us. It showcases our skill set as well. And moving forward within the company due to technology, it's like a portfolio. You kind of need stuff out there that you've built. It's for people to see. And I think I think these tools are incredibly relevant, you know, so it's kind of evergreen. I think it's stuff that's going to always have a need, even if right now sentiment is low. I think when sentiment flips, things will pick up. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm very thankful to have them. This was an easy decision for me to do this because we wanted to have as much exposure to diamonds and all the different features in it. And the best way to do that was to go ahead and pay for this effort and to make it free to everyone so that we could get that basically that hesitant exposure to people are not going to do it on their own, right? So we had to figure out how do we just deliver it to them, and this was a perfect way to do that. And plus, it does kind of showcase the skill set that you guys can bring to this community by all those data tools. I mean, those are some sophisticated, um, simulators and mining application where you can just dig deep into all the details. There's a lot of value to be found in that. And so for me, I like to analyze that information, and I think it does well for diamonds. It was a great match. It was an easy decision to make. So I'm looking forward for the full set of the modules to be rolled out and others to come start utilizing your guys' services because at least I was a pro member right off from the start because you guys took the time out to build that with no guarantee that you were going to get paid for it. So I wanted to at least do my part and support. And this diamonds rollout was another step in that direction.
yeah, Rich has been an OG. Rich has been a great dude, man. When I go to America next time, Rich, we're gonna
come visit, huh?
We're gonna get coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
Rich
good.
is we appreciate Rich. He's put a lot of appreciation and good words and faith towards us. And one thing we need to roll out soon is an actual website for the company. We need a website for the company so people can go there and get like a list of all the services and stuff. So in terms of like the company, that's kind of the next steps.
Mm-hmm. I think I need to find a place to put the link to TitanX utils on the site too. Try not to clutter the homepage, but I don't know where to put everything yet.
There's a lot of stuff going on in that DApp already, isn't there? TitanX.
Yeah. I'm sure where we got the contracts tab, we could probably add our links to TitanX Hub, TitanX utils, and TitanX Info, other great sites that are building stuff out for diamonds.
We've also got this lovely interactive page where you can hover over like little elements to see, like, click on the diamond vault and stuff. So I don't know, maybe you could just add my face somewhere like in the background, like clickable face. I'm joking, don't do that. Yeah.
A bit like this here.
So Diamond Vault is staking. Diamond Crusher is the buy and burn. I got something to say here. So just think about this for a second. Let it resonate. 20% of the token's supply was burned in one day.
We get
that could be me.
Get your own part.
I could just be rolling.
It rolls off the screen or off the screen, and then automatically takes you over to the TitanX utils site.
Yeah.
Man, those videos they've been incredible.
Yeah, indeed, absolutely.
It's hilarious.
It's at times it just helps add a little bit of crack into the streams with no effort on my part. So, shout out to Young Stunners for creating all these epic videos we've been playing over the last 4 weeks. Okay, anything you want to say before we start wrapping up there, Jukes?
Sure. I think I've said most of the things. So we've got staking analytics coming next week, and I believe NFT Simulator should be coming next week. So keep an eye out for that. I'll probably be back on to show you guys all that stuff. And also, guys, like, look, you're only seeing me on stream, but you don't get to see Keto, unfortunately. But big appreciation to Keto. Like, this is not a one-man job, you know what I mean? Like, the amount of work I put out in the time is definitely more than just what I can do. So I want to show my appreciation to keto. He's been putting in some long hours, doing a lot of coding, a lot of very difficult coding as well. So I might just be the pretty face on stream, but I'm not the only one. So shout out to Keto.
Yes, definitely send my regards to Keto.
Yeah, and I think that's it for me. Thank you for having me on, and I'm look forward to being on again.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, he's got grey hairs.
All right, great job on everything you've done so far. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next. So yeah, everybody check out TitanXutils.com for all the diamonds and other TitanX protocol data. Cheers for coming on, Jukes. We'll see you in a week or two.
Yeah, we'll do it again. We'll have some more stuff to show.
All right, Richie. Happy with the first transform happening there.
Did you see evidence? I mean, that 0.552, whatever, was that it?
I'm assuming so. Well, that's going to be the X28, the TitanX band, the X28. So it's just showing where the other 50% is, the 50% TitanX burn. Yeah, it's just finding out where that's displayed. It's not showing up in the June dashboard yet, but if you chat with the dev tomorrow morning, I'm sure we can get that it's shown. But it seems to have worked. Utah's screaming in the background there. It worked. So
I don't understand how he could say that unless like I can't prove that buy of $53 was it. What we can do though, in 11 more minutes, there'll be another one. Right?
Yep. The ratio is still up. X28. Oh shit, no, hold on. It's Blaze back up. Woo! Back up over 15 cents. What's going on there? Let's have a quick check.
We still live? Yeah, we're live.
Yeah. We're still live. Blaze back up. Was that a market buy? Maybe being pulled up by is TitanX on the pump here or what? Nope, not even. Strange. Anyway, good to see. Back up over 15 cents on the Blaze price there this evening. Yeah, why have you any doubt that didn't work?
No, I just would like to see the evidence where we should be seeing it. Like the X28 buy and burn balance should show some TitanX there. It's not showing it there. So in order for me to really feel good that everything is going where it's supposed to, I should see it there. So I don't see it there yet.
276. Yeah, I hear you.
And then when I update the Dune chart, it still shows zeros across the board on those three boxes.
Yeah, maybe that's not even set up properly just yet, though. So get a chat with the dev in the morning, find out where it's going to be displayed. But yeah, everything looking for so far. Congratulations on finally getting that first buy. All right, we're not at parity just yet, but it could be the kind of thing that's, you did mention, it could be the kind of thing that's quite hard to keep there until we get more protocols coming in, or more, a shit ton of participation in diamonds, and the next minor wave coming in, and just fueling more and more funds into the buy and burn and the buy and ad. But hopefully that happens with a little bit of time here.
Yeah, I would say another $5,000 worth of ETH in a week's time should put some buy and burn in the X28 buy and burn pool where it can be called, and so that should help support the price. Now it won't support all the people that want to exit and sell on the market, but it will. Everything's a start. This is an infant right now, getting all the pieces put in place. And I'm not in a hurry. This thing's going to truck along just like Blaze.
Yep.
The next 888 payout is what, 370 days away, maybe?
Yeah.
We got a long time to get things settled.
Yeah, I mean, but it's kind of crazy to think that, you think of these day 888 payout pool and Blaze as being, we always talked about it. This was always the motion I give, that fucking 888 pool way out into the future, but it's like, it's only a year away now, really.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
We'll get,
nothing.
this is going to be a beast. This project is just starting. I think it's going to be a beast.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's wrap it up. Rich, anything you want to say before we say goodbye to the lovely viewers tonight?
I got nothing else. I think that's good. I think we covered a lot. This is nearly 2 hours.
Oh, I know. I come on here every night, kind of going, I'll try and keep it to an hour, and then it's like, oh, well, sure, we'll do an hour and a half. And it's fucking hard to get off these bloody streams. They're
You
once
should
start
say that
talking-
you need to try to keep it under 2 hours next time, and then you'll meet that target.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Great work with Jukes and Keto and all that. I was expecting good things, but again, they've kind of knocked it out of the park with everything they've done for the data so far.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the coming days for all this effort.
Absolutely.
And
All right.
he said something I think is important, actually. I want people to know that we invested our time and effort in this because we didn't just want to deliver this and just walk away, or if it didn't look like it was going to work right away, walk away. We're committed to make this happen. We're committed to see it through, and people should be able to invest with confidence that we got a vested interest to make sure this thing is successful and makes people happy. I know one thing: when I was investing, I want to make a profit. If you're not going to go in it for a profit, then you shouldn't be doing it. So we just have to have all the chips in place. And when we have this project mature, people will be able to do what they need to do here.
Sorry, I'm just let's see. The X28 buy and burn, is it actually active to call on the X28 site? I mean, I've connected my wallet to the site, but it's not showing as it says every 15 minutes, but there's no countdown timer, and the buy and burn still grayed out on the X28 site.
But it should still show a balance in the top row where it says buy and burn balance.
Yeah, buy and burn. Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
Well, that can't be right. Again, that can't be right because it's showing a zero balance, but it's saying the next buy and burn $276. That can't be right. So,
well, that's the setting. That's the setting it's set to. So if you had $280, it would use 276.73 of it.
oh, okay.
But if you have less, it'll call it all.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So yeah, we should know in the morning what the situation is there.
Okay.
This was a good test. I mean, that's what we needed to figure out.
All good. Okay. All right. I will cheers for coming on again, Rich, and I'll chat to you tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good.
Take it easy.
Yeehaw.
Oh.
Down in the crypto holler, there's a gem called Diamond Bright. 4 ways to join the fun, each one standing on its own right. Pick 1, 2, 3, or all, no strings to tie 'em tight. Check the white paper for details, it'll set you straight tonight. Oh, diamonds, shiny diamonds, independent as can be. Mix 'em up or pick a favorite, works for you and me. Diamonds, shiny diamonds, easy ways to win the game. Yeehaw, grab you, holler out the diamond's name. On 10, 20, 225, a store opens wide. Buy diamond certificates, we're here to hold them with pride. Earn these rewards every 28 days, steady as the tide. As long as you keep them NFTs, the goodies keep on coming inside. Oh, diamonds, shiny diamonds, independent as can be. Mix them up or pick your favorite, what's for you and me. Diamonds, shiny diamonds, easy ways to win the game. Yeehaw, grab you, holler out the diamond's name.
All right, folks. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Lots of information in there. I hope you're paying attention. People that are here participating in our two amazing protocols, Blaze and Diamonds, working wonderfully together so far. We've seen that with the run-up of X28. What is coming next? Fireworks, hopefully. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you all again on Thursday.
Look, folks, this is huge. We start going to put tariffs, big tariffs on ETH. We're going to make people buy diamonds. Diamonds, the best, the classiest. It's all about the diamonds, now more valuable, more powerful. Everyone sits talking about it. We're making buying and crushing, buying and burning great again, folks. Really great. November 11th is coming. It's a whole new game, folks, a winning game, the biggest. Believe me.
Diamonds will be very scarce in the market. Blaze is already pretty scarce on the market. So we're hoping for fireworks between the two.